Welcome to Mueller Time, episode 12.
We're up to 12?
We are up to 12. And I have that 100 thing in my head. I have it in there. I don't know why, but you know what I was thinking, man? Like, I was thinking for 100, when we get there, we should like rent a theater out and just do a live one, man.
Wow, you're thinking ahead.
Thinking big. Megalomaniacal.
I don't know about theaters. There's probably some nightclubs I could get us into.
Well, hey, a public place. I mean, even if it's just 50 people, I'm thinking like Donald J. Trump right now.
I got a room on Sunset Boulevard that we can. You've seen that room. I can get us a space. I can get us that space for a night.
Have I seen the room?
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. That would be awesome.
We can do that.
So first off, just want to a couple plugs. Want to thank Podbean. They gave us a little shout out, the Podbean podcasting app.
All right.
Thanks, guys. And check out the app. It's a great app for podcasting. And we want to thank Mr. Claude Taylor, True Facts Stated, for first of all, thank you so much for retweeting our links, sir. If you guys are on Twitter, you know Mr. Taylor worked in the Clinton White House and is one of the big anti-Trump people. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, he's an entertaining one. He's not quite the nut job that Louise Mensch is.
Yeah, I don't follow that stuff. Like, you probably know those a little more about those people, but yeah, she seems. What's going on with her?
Oh, I don't know. I think she's some disinformation plot.
You think so?
Yeah. Now, I think True Facts Stated, Claude Taylor, he's very entertaining, and he's gotten a lot of things right. I think he's been misled by a lot of people too.
Oh yeah.
So I think there's some credibility issues, and I think our buddy Malcolm Nance is not a fan of his.
Yeah.
Don't let that stop you from reading at True Facts Stated on Twitter.
Yeah. And also he because Mr. Taylor's an artist, he created that coin, which was awesome. He basically goofed on the North Korean coin, but it's Trump Putin.
Oh yeah, his was funny.
Which like you said, I'm not that big on PACs. Like, I'm any super PAC, but I had to buy that thing, dude. I had to buy that thing.
Okay, so when you bought the North Korea
I also
coin.
bought that coin. Yeah.
Oh, you bought it.
Yeah.
Hold on. You bought Claude Taylor's point.
I bought both coins.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which one do you think? Well, you're going to totally get the True Facts Stated coin first. There's no way that White House one's getting delivered in any timely fashion.
It took me, to get that website to load. I was doing it all day. I spent more time on a computer that day than Donald Trump has ever spent in his life.
Oh,
I mean, it's not like I was sitting in front of the computer. I was doing, I was doing my job. But
yeah, okay. Now the thing with that crazy coin, it was announced like a week earlier or something, and I saw the news reports about it, but I didn't realize that at the time it was something they were going to sell in the White House gift shop. And then the day that it was announced that the summit was off. That's when it became news that, they are selling this coin, and now they just marked it down $5. And so that's when I didn't realize this is something anyone could buy. So I went, and I couldn't get on the website. I did not keep trying. Obviously, Eric, you did.
Well, I primarily as a writer, I'm often at home, and there's nobody around, nobody to see what I'm doing on trying to get that White House gift shop thing to load, but you can't make this shit up, man.
That's your one free pass for giving money to Trump.
Yeah, and I knew he's going to pocket the money, but it was one of these things where it's like, that's literally, I had to buy it, dude.
No, it's hilarious.
Now, if the summit happens, I'm going to have to throw it out because the whole joke of it is gone. The summit's not going to happen, but if it did happen, the coin's going in the trash.
So the latest story out today is that North Korea, just under no circumstances, is going to get rid of their nuclear weapons. And now the olive branch that Kim Jong-un is going to offer is going to welcome an American fast food franchise to open up in North Korea.
Yeah, so for all of you who said Trump's going to get the Nobel Prize, that's definitely going to happen because the Nobel Committee is definitely going to give it because 3 McDonald's are going to open.
No, it's going to end up being a new thing that doesn't exist anywhere else. It's going to just be Trump burgers.
When the Nobel Committee calls you, it's always at like 2 a.m, right?
Okay.
It's just like a legendary thing because of I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or it's just because of the time.
But, they probably don't think about the time difference.
But it's a legendary thing that they always do that. They're waking up scientists. So I can picture now the phone rings at the White House, Donald Trump, in commemoration of opening 3 fucking McDonald's, you have won the Nobel Prize. And he's obsessed, of course, because Obama won it.
Yeah, he has to get it.
Man, like, so I don't I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on this, but obviously we have to talk about it because Roseanne's been fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, this show is too good to, I'm talking about Mueller time, to spend an enormous amount of time on this, but
Fair enough.
she's fired. It started in the morning. By the way, it's still going on. It's fucking.
Oh, I know. She's still, she promised to get off of Twitter. She's been retweeting and tweeting tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. Yeah.
Now, one thing she did tweet, she said, don't do a boycott. She said, don't stop with the ABC boycott.
You just got fired. What does she mean that you just, that's the definite, she's saying don't boycott ABC.
She's saying don't go.
Nobody,
Yeah,
who the fuck was going to?
Oh, there's
were people saying that?
ABC boycott is already happening.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. The other thing I see happening with all my favorite right-wing nut jobs who are all somehow in the Ben Shapiro orbit, they keep going, the whataboutism they're pulling with this is, oh, but what about Joy Reid on MSNBC? She said all those homophobic things a decade and a half ago. So what about her? What about her? Why does she still have a job? That's the whataboutism they're going with.
Yeah, well, they also tried to go with Bill Maher. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. It's not racist when you compare a white man to an orange orangutan, when it is
right.
racist to compare a black woman with a fictionalized movie ape.
Right. One way, if you've ever wondered, let's say you were, if you ever just were daydreaming one day, you're at work and you were thinking, am I a racist? Ask yourself this. Do you think it's the same thing to call a white? Yes. Then you might be a racist. It's like, you can't explain that to these people. They don't know. I don't know what to do for you if you can't get that.
So it's bad for ABC to fire Roseanne over racist comments, but it's okay for NFL owners to not give Colin Kaepernick a job.
Yeah. That's interesting. It's going to be the same butthurt people, though. The same people who are angry at Kaepernick are probably upset that Roseanne got canceled.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, that's a ballsy move to just cancel. It wasn't even. It's the number one TV show on network television from this past season that just ended. Yeah. So yeah, you got to give ABC points for not standing for her racist comments.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is also a certain degree of hilarity that it's a black woman who's in charge over there, which I'm seriously wondering if Roseanne knew that.
Oh yeah, she probably didn't think that.
I mean, because
I couldn't tell you who the head of ABC is.
I knew Bob Iger is in charge of the larger, of Disney, right. But I didn't know that she's really the boss she's the day-to-day boss.
There's going to be the boss of ABC that has to answer to their Disney corporate overlords, of course.
My thing, Roseanne, look, ABC knew who Roseanne was when they hired her. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of bullshit there. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. And then there's also the ratings. While Roseanne is definitely a hit, the ratings have been actually going down to some degree. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah. Look, she
asked for it. Come on.
To me, also, like I said, there's nothing funny about this. But then just the way my brain works. You got your hit TV show canceled because you attacked an Obama aide who's not even a household name from 2 years ago. Was it worth it, Roseanne?
Well, I didn't really read the entire thread. It was a reply tweet. It wasn't even just a regular tweet. And it had she was responding to some nutty Julian Assange WikiLeaks.
Oh, really?
Craziness, yeah.
Oh, did you see the latest? So an hour ago, she said, and by the way, this is going to be a phrase in our culture. She was ambient tweeting.
Oh, okay. I saw somebody else mention that. I didn't realize that she was actually okay. That's the new I got hacked.
Ambient tweeting. And she said, I'm not using an excuse, but of course that is, an excuse. Yeah.
Oh, come on. She's popping all kinds of pills.
Well, yeah. I was wondering if she was drunk or something when she did that. There's a racist checklist when, seriously, I'm going to maybe see if I can write this up and put it up somewhere. There's the checklist of when a racist gets caught of the things that they use. And right in somewhere in the middle, number 7 is, I was fucked up on drugs or alcohol, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, you know what she used in her apology tweet this morning or early, maybe midday? She did refer to it as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, no, that's not a joke.
Again, as a professional comedy writer, I always crack up when I hear that kind of thing. It's a joke, right? Because I feel like, again, not sorry, I sound too much like Donald J. Trump talking about myself, but like it's like because I do this for a living, I have to ask. Seriously, where's the joke?
Well, where's the punchline in there?
I'm the first person to give a comedian the benefit of the doubt when they fuck up. I've fucked up. I may fuck up big time in the future. My ass might be the one getting dragged through the mud on Twitter. And I totally get it. Things go wrong. But that's the question. Where, like Bill Maher, who I'm a huge fan of, he's gone wrong at times. And what I'm trying to say is, where was the joke? Like, seriously.
Look, that was just a flat out insult.
There was no attempt at a joke.
There was nothing funny about it. She said you look like a combination of Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. That wasn't meant to be funny, but in her apology, she tried to pass it off as a joke. And now that gets back to something else too. Let's go back a month to the White House.
Michelle Wolf.
Michelle Wolf at the Correspondents' Dinner. Well, now when she's making a joke, that's bad. See, it's okay when Roseanne makes a joke, but it's bad when Michelle Wolf makes a joke.
Yeah.
And Michelle Wolf was actually making jokes.
Right. Exactly. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So Okay.
Enough about Roseanne.
No. Well, Roseanne, good luck. Good luck in the. She's got money. So, by the way, actually, I'll just say one more thing. She has money, but ABC is going to sue her. This is gonna be a massive lawsuit because in every one of those contracts, especially with someone like Roseanne, there's something in there that says if you embarrass us or do any. Yep.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, she's gonna have some sort of.
This is gonna be huge because these studio accountants. I mean, they're amazing. They can calculate the amount of money that Roseanne just lost them, which is which is in the, who knows, hundreds of millions. And they're going to hit her with this is going to be going on for years.
Can any of her co-stars sue her?
It's a great question. It's so sad too that all the co-stars who probably will be okay, but hundreds of people, grips, whatever, depend on her for an income.
There's no way Becky's getting another acting job.
Original Becky or second Becky?
Both of them.
Okay. You know what? Let's enough about.
Okay. Full disclosure: I watched every episode of the reboot season.
Okay, I only saw the first one.
Oh, both girls that play both Beckys are just not good actresses. So Sarah Gilbert's great. She's funny. She's talented.
I always liked the first Lucy Garanson. I thought she was great. You never liked her?
Okay, I never really watched Roseanne back in the day. I watched the reboot, and I've seen episodes. I know the characters. I don't really know the show until this reboot.
Here at Mueller Time, we're excited because we've upgraded the equipment.
Oh yeah. Eric, you got some fancy new gear.
We've upgraded to the Zoom R16. Wait, let me see if I can get on their sponsor. Zoom, the official podcast. Oh, no, I fucked up already. No, see, I can't be. I can't.
Look, just let's put over how great this Zoom podcast mixer is every week, and maybe they'll get one.
Let me try that again. Zoom, the official. No, Zoom. Fuck it. Well, I'll write it out later.
You know what? When they make it your official podcast mixer, then come up with the tagline.
Zoom, the official mixer of Mueller Time.
There you go.
So we've hooked this up, and now we're very excited because. Do you want to hear some clips?
Well, yeah. See, we can do more than two line inputs at once now.
Do you want to hear some right wing?
Oh, let's hear some right wing nut jobs, Eric.
You're gonna love this. This is a commercial for Mike Pence.
Oh.
He calls himself a Christian.
How great is that? I don't know.
Calls himself. That almost puts a question mark on it.
Well, that
calls himself.
I don't know when this was. I just found it. I think it was when he was running for something, but it really was whatever. They were foretelling the future there.
A conservative and a Republican. In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from his. He used that in his convention speech last year.
Well, I got a bunch of stuff. Let me ask you this. Do you want to hear? I got some Charlie Kirk. I have educating liberals. Those like douchebags we found in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. I got a little.
Charlie Kirk he's a fun one. I don't like that dude.
I got what's his name? The guy from the Daily Wire talking about Black Panther.
Whoa, who from the Daily Wire?
That. I was going to say that douche, but that's like all of them, right?
Well, yeah, Michael Knowles.
Yeah, that's the one.
the guy who wrote the troll book that has no words.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm convinced that guy is fairly white supremacist.
You think so?
I would have to pull up his Twitter account and read some tweets. But wow, he was that Michael Knowles. Oh, that guy's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, what do you have from Michael Knowles?
Well, it's just him complaining about Black Panther.
Go for it.
The movie was so awful.
So, just to cut that off, do you know one person who thought that movie was awful?
No.
No, it was like 100% of people was like, yeah, that's a great movie.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to tell the listeners, Michael J. Knowles of Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. Oh, this guy just wants to. He's a white supremacist.
I went to see this movie, and I
What is up with this guy's voice, by the way? Like,
Oh, I think he's a Ponzi rich kid.
oh,
Yeah.
was there. I dragged sweet little Elisa to it.
what is this? 1803? I drag sweet.
Yeah.
Picturing
Oh,
like
no,
that.
look, he's.
Is that their thing?
Oh, he wants to make America great again. Absolutely.
I could hear like that was like some like Little House on the Prairie. Like,
If this guy could take away women's right to vote, he would.
And about an hour and a half in, I'm somehow still awake, and the power goes.
what? This is I'm not even gonna fuck that guy. But here's my question: why? This is the overarching thing. Forget about that. Why are these people such assholes? That's my question.
Yeah. Well, they are all super selfish. And then they want to pretend like they're the victims.
Like you saw a movie, you didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
You, by the way, a movie that virtually the entire country like, including, by the way, I remember this. His boss. I'm almost positive. I remember seeing he was like, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
So like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, look, he wants to ruffle feathers and get attention.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, I'm just stoked that we're going to be having so much fun playing these clips. I mean,
Can I add one more thing about
Yeah.
Michael J. Knowles?
Yeah.
Just because I've been calling him out as a white supremacist.
Yeah.
Last year on Columbus Day, Daily Wire put out just a terribly racist cartoon about Native Americans. And it was so bad, 24 hours later, Ben Shapiro formally apologized and had it pulled from the site. Well, before it was pulled from the site, Michael Knowles of Daily Wire tweeted, "This may be the greatest thing Daily Wire has ever produced."
nice.
Yes, a fully racist, white supremacist, Native American bashing video.
Yeah. What a great guy. It's just a real piece of work. I mean, my bad. This is going to be so much fun.
What's next up? What do you
I mean, I'm not going to go through too many of these. Anyway, check out Mark Levin.
Is there really conservative talk radio anymore? I'm starting.
Okay, there is only conservative talk radio. You can all stay there. You can all have the AM dial. It's yours.
to wonder.
Take it.
Now, what do I mean by that?
Gee, I don't know.
Mark Levin. Wait, what do I know him from?
I'm sorry. This shit is just awesome. Like the best part is this show is only 30 minutes, but Chris knows that 6 hours from now at 4:30 in the morning, I'm going to be sitting here alone because that's who I am. I will be laughing just one, Charlie Kirk talking about.
The Boy Scouts have begun admitting 3,000.
Okay, Charlie Kirk, by the way. If you don't know, do our listeners know who Charlie Kirk is?
If you guys don't know, Charlie Kirk is a young right-wing fanatic who is the head of what's called Turning Point USA.
It is a nonprofit 501c3 where it's this guy's just taking handouts in the name of Trump.
It's a shadowy organization that Jane Mayer wrote an excellent article. Basically, their funding is hidden, but it comes from some very shadowy, scary characters.
But then he goes and spreads his propaganda on college campuses across the country.
Right.
And he is a college dropout, and he's proud of it.
He calls himself
But apparently, I mean, he got into the position he is he's a young 20-something. It's impressive the business he has created with Turning Point USA. But look, his daddy is one of Trump's buddies. So come on, it's not. That was in that story too. His dad is full on like in the Trump world somehow.
Not the Wool kid, not the Jacob Wool kid.
Charlie Kirk is like hooked up in that world somehow.
Wow. So
there's nepotism there with Charlie Kirk. I don't know. I have to look it up, and that's why I don't have the computer in front of me.
Yeah, well, 100% of like right wingers had a father who kind of helped them down the trail a little bit. Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
All right, so Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, Mr. 501c3. I don't have to pay taxes on all the money you hand to me. What do you have on him? Let's hear that again.
Oh, yeah, it's just basically him and Laura Ingraham, another genius.
The Boy Scouts have begun admitting 3,000 girls into their ranks.
What? why does the way she said that is so like 3,000 had some kind of meaning?
My God.
Was that more than like 2,000? Like, did that?
170 troops nationwide have begun a soft launch
Shut up.
program.
I'm
Who's
just kidding.
also an Eagle Scout, Charlie. Now,
Oh, this is
really
where they met.
impressed. I was impressed with
Charlie
turning.
was an Eagle Scout.
This is a weird part, and I think I'll probably stop it there. But this is where she starts like this weird kind of like thing starts happening where she's like, I don't know. It seemed like she was like into him or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, for someone who dated Dinesh D'Souza, I guess her standard.
I'm so
they
sorry.
were
a couple.
Wait,
Laura
no.
Ingraham and Dinesh D'Souza.
No, it gets better. It gets better.
Okay.
Wait, you ready for it? He broke up with her.
Wait, before or after he was in prison?
He calls himself
Sorry, I'm gonna cut that one
Did
out,
they have conjugal visits?
dude. Oh man, we gotta move on. So today, yeah, I know, right? Hurricane Maria, the statistics came out.
Oh,
yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
So I want to be clear to our listeners. I don't think anyone covered this, so I'm just going to say it because it's truth. Donald J. Trump is a mass murderer.
Wow.
A mass
all right.
murderer. Seriously. 4,500 people died. I know that sounds extreme, but
Hold on. I thought it was 1,400. 1445.
it's 4,500 coming up. on Friday.
4,500
Yes,
died
sir.
in Puerto Rico last year after
Yes, sir.
Hurricane Maria.
That's right. That's
That
what
was the number that came out today?
they did. A scientist.
OMG.
And we talk about these countries like, I know, it's amazing. These
I didn't
countries like,
realize it was that many.
you think they talk about these countries like North Korea, he's our brutal enemy. He starves his own people. What do you think Trump did? He ignored those people because he's a racist, and 4,000 people died.
He didn't ignore them. He went down there and tossed rolls of paper towels at them.
That's true. Yeah. And it's crazy that didn't save their lives.
It's crazy that people weren't more outraged by that. He was shooting. I'm miming shooting a basketball right here on the podcast.
And I think these news organizations who have a bigger platform need to start calling him out. I know a mass murder seems a little harsh, but whatever you want to call it, manslaughter. Despots and dictators all over the world have done shit like that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you don't have to actively kill someone. You just turn your back on them.
And isn't most of Puerto Rico still without power a year later?
There's someone probably dying right now because of it. And my best friend actually that I grew up with was, because he's from there. He was going back and forth, and he was telling me a lot about what was going on there, and it was bad. It was real fucking bad.
And hurricane season is right upon us again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the hurricane hits a white community, he'll be there. But that really is probably the biggest. I mean, who can pick a disgrace with this administration? But that's up there, right?
Yeah.
So that was.
And it's forgotten already.
That was pretty shocking. So would you do anything for Memorial Day? Or?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. I was thinking about that NFL. Just how I was thinking about these people who are so butthurt, and then I was thinking about all the mattress sales, and So it's weird. Like seriously, like they're upset at Kaepernick, but they're barbecuing. They're dragging their fat asses around the yard, going to sales, buy a car. I don't get it. The GOP was literally tweeting like, sale on our website. It was like, really?
And well, I love how Trump kind of ignorantly tweeted, Happy Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the right greeting for Memorial Day from the president.
You saw his whole thing, right? Where he was like,
he made it about himself.
If all the dead veterans or dead soldiers were alive, they would really appreciate
Yeah, they would love me.
Yeah.
And love everything I've done for the country in the year I've been in the year and a half I've been in office or whatever. I'm paraphrasing his tweet.
Yeah.
He said Happy Memorial Day, made it about him, and spoke for dead soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's all the guys who were on those boats at Normandy. I'm sure I can remember it. I heard it from I heard a voice one time. I must have been having a dream, and he said, "If I get out of this, I just really hope that unemployment gets down to 4.3%." No, really, like you can't make this shit up. I almost memed it. I almost created some memes, and I was so disgusted. I was like, "Fuck this." Yeah, it just really never ends, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck Christian.
Oh, whoops. At some point, I'm gonna probably have to stop doing that, but
I'm gonna have to get us some good Ben Shapiro sound bites.
yeah. Oh, Melania's missing.
Yeah, where's Melania?
Where's Melania?
All right. Well, last we heard from her was Be Best. And then like a week later, Olivia Nunzi in the New Yorker had her
I think it's Newsy, by the way.
Nunzi or Newsy? Okay. Yeah. Well, she revealed how in the White House, Melania has a separate bedroom from Trump. But then over the weekend, did I read that she's now hiding out in New York again?
The problem with this whole thing, it's not that obviously she's the first lady. She plays no role in. Well, shit, he doesn't do anything.
No,
right? But the constant lying is a problem because something is going on here.
Yeah. Well, look, there's a facade they have to keep up, and they're doing that. But where the hell's Melania?
Right. It is a problem, and you went into the hospital for something. That's fine. That's your personal private business. But again, it's the lying. That's the constant problem. If you're splitting up with your husband, whatever, just say so. Or whatever happened. Or if you had some other kind of more serious thing. Again, I don't think the public necessarily has the right to know, but stop lying.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. I don't know. Just something.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if anyone will have the nerve to ask Sarah Huckabee Sanders at the next White House press conference.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's literally...
where's the First Lady?
Yeah. By the way, the only actually Mueller news I can think of was, I guess, so they're really looking into today Jeff Sessions and what...
Oh, there was a late breaking thing from the New York Times I did not read. Yeah, that's helpful.
Trump told Sessions, basically, Trump tried to get Sessions to take the investigation back after he recused himself. And they're basically, that's going to get folded into the obstruction of justice. And they said maybe even other crimes. So, yeah, that was... The Mueller investigation has been relatively quiet the last couple of days.
As it should be.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to have the report turned in sooner than later, but it's better that it's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing leaks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What you got? Anything you want to talk about? Plug?
No, I think we're good. I think I'm good. I'm still just scared of everything.
Yeah. I'd like to give a quick fraud alert, though.
Oh.
We're going to have a little consumer... You ever see those like local news has that kind of thing? Like, help me, you know, and we had that on the East Coast. Like they would tell you about some scammer.
Okay.
So, Mueller Time listeners, are any of you familiar with Scion Hotels?
I guess I never. Oh yeah, there's one right here in Hollywood.
Well, you may be thinking of a different one. This is a new company that just launched.
Okay.
Guess who the parent company is?
The Trump organization. Oh, rebranded so you don't know it's a Trump hotel.
Everybody, they've launched a new thing. They're opening. It's going to open in all over the country. Apparently, the first hotel is somewhere in Missouri. So just let everyone know that
in Trump country. Okay.
Yeah, Scion Hotels. If you're driving past one, just feel free to take a piss on the lawn, as I will. Don't let them. Dude, it's like Scientology. It's like a front thing.
Announcement from Mueller Time podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink a huge 2-liter bottle of Sprite before I pass by one of those on the interstate. Then I'll take a photo for all the that's
wow. You do want to get taken over the coals on Twitter. You've called Trump a mass murderer. You are threatening to do something where you could be arrested for a sex crime and be on some list where you have to go introduce yourself to all your neighbors.
Are you serious? Just for pissing on someone's lawn?
Well, if you have to whip it out to do that, yeah. You can absolutely get busted for some sort of sex crime. For let's say if a cop wants to trump up some charges on you, yeah.
No,
so think about that then.
Right. But I'm
not saying don't do it. I'm just be aware.
The mass murder thing, though, I absolutely think that's not hyperbole, extreme language. Like 4,500 people dead because
if you
he's
had
a
a network
racist.
TV show, you might have a problem, but you just have a podcast, so you're okay.
But the thing is, like, it's true. That's the difference between us and Roseanne.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's murder. And also because it's not like even with Bush and Katrina where Bush was an idiot and incompetent, but Trump ignored them because he's a racist. And in his head, he took some kind of pleasure from that.
Well, we're not even sure Trump realizes that Puerto Rico is America.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's been an interesting week, and I guess we'll see what happens this week, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, guys, again, this is Eric, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at EricLevai. Chris?
And at Mr. Chris Carey on Twitter. And you could also find the Mueller Time podcast on Facebook.
Yep. And you can, of course, listen to iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher.
Well, aren't they already listening?
SoundCloud. Well, it's I've learned you always got to repeat yourself.
I'm being goofy.
Hey, you never know. A friend could be listening.
There you go.
They could be a city bus could be playing this driving by.
Oh, we're on buses. Okay.
I'm just saying we might be. I don't know. All right, y'all. Well, we'll catch you next week.
Adios.